Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can pass Excel assessment test. When you come to the employment agencies, a lot of time they want to validate your Excel skills by giving you a test. In this video, we will solve 15 Excel assessment questions which are very important and usually asked at every test. So let's do it. So the first question is extend column B to fit total cost by month. As you can see in the column B we have written total cost by month, but the text total cost by month has gone out of the column. So we have to extend this column in order to ensure that it is completely written in the column. As you can see, as I drag the column, now it is fit in the column. So this was very easy and our first task is completed. So once I complete a task, I will highlight the status and give it a color that the first task is completed. So coming to the second task, it is calculate total cost of expense by month using formula. So as you can see, we have here expenses and then we have office supplies, lease, utilities, and computer and internet. And in the next column, we have enter different quantities of the billing, and then we have months on the top. So we want to sum the total of every month, that how much expenses we had in this month. So how can we do it? It is very easy and simple and we can do it within seconds. So in order to do this task, we have to come to the column C column and click on the middle of the column in the bottom of the column, and then we have to click on the cell under the January column, and then click on the sum option on the top of our ribbon in Excel. Once we click sum, it will automatically select all the cells above in the January column and it will give us the sum of the billing. So this is very easy and simple. Once we get this value, we have to drag this column to the other columns as well, and automatically the total of all the expenses for every month will appear in the row of the total cost. So this is very easy. Also, this task is also completed, so we have to highlight this task and move to the third task. So the third task is create a border around the table. It is also very easy. As you can see, we have different values and different tasks like business expenses, other office supply, lease, and then we have different quantities and digits around the Excel sheet. So we want to make a table out of this to ensure that it comes in a single table. So how can we do it? We have to simply select all these values and click on the table option and select all borders. And the moment we select all borders, so the table will appear in this Excel sheet. So it was also very easy. We have to also highlight this one as completed in the status, and then we have to move to the fourth task, which is format data as currency. So it's also very easy. As you can see, we have different data under the months, for example, different amounts. So we have to also we want to give a dollar sign in front of this. So how can we do it? It is very easy. We just have to come to the format cell option and then click on currency, and in the currency we have to come to the special and click on dollar sign, and once we click on that, dollar sign will appear in front of all the currency and all the amounts in the table. So let me expand this column to ensure we have all the amounts in the table. So as you can see, now we have the dollar sign in front of all the amounts. So this task is also completed. In the status bar, we will once again highlight task number 4, and then we will move to task number 5, which is use a formula to calculate total cost. So it is also very easy once again. As you can see, we have different cost for in front of every month, and then we have total cost and average cost. So now we want to calculate total cost of all these months. So how can we do it? It is very easy. Let's do it. So we have to click on the cell which is written as total cost. We have to click in front of the first row. We have office supplies, so we want to have the total of all the months of the office supplies. So how can we do it? We have to click on the sum once again, and this time it will add all the values horizontally. Like in the first second task we have the vertical calculation. Now we have horizontal. As you can see, it has selected all the first cells of the office supplies, and the moment we press enter, it will give us a total of all these expenses. As you can see, the moment I press enter, we have a total now, and it is the total cost. So once I drag it to the drop down menu, it will automatically give the total cost of all the supplies and all the months without any problem. So we have completed task number 5. Now let's move to task number 6, which is use a formula to calculate average cost. So now that we have calculated the total cost, how can we calculate the average cost? So let's do it. This we have to use the formula of average. So let's move to the average cost column and select the first blank cell, and here we will first expand this cell and then write is equal to and then average, give formula of average. And after writing formula of average, we have to manually select the months and not the total cost column. So now as I expanded the column, here I will first write is equal to, and then after that I will write average, which is the formula for getting the average cost, and then I will start the parentheses, and then manually I will select January, February, March, April and May columns, and leave the total cost column, and then close the parentheses and press enter. And the moment I press enter, we will have the average cost of the office supplies of all the months. So after getting the average cost of office supplies, I will drag down this to the all the expenses to the bottom, and we will have the average cost of all the office. So this is once again very easy and simple. So let's highlight this question also. We have completed this task, so I will highlight this once again and move to the next question, which is change the alignment in column D to the right. So this is very easy. We have to come to the column D. As you can see, we have different tasks and amounts to the right side. So we can just simply click on the top ribbon, and here we can see align to right or align to left or align to the middle. Whatever you want, you just simply have to click on that option, and it will align the text and in the amount according to your specific selection. So once we completed this task, we will move to the another task. So now as we selected align to the left, so it is aligned according to our selection. So I will also highlight this task and move to the next one, which is calculate quarterly cost from Q1 to end quarter 2. So this is once again some formula, but we have to just calculate the first quarter and second quarter of these expenses. So how can we do it? First we have to come to the down of the January column, and here we have to go to the March column or the February column, and here we can see we will write Q1 cost, quarter 1 cost, and then we have to move to the next column. Here we have to give some formula once again, select sum from the top, and just select the first three amount of the January, February and March. Once we select the total amounts of these 3 months, we will have the first quarter total of these months. So and then we can move to the next column. In the May, we will once again write Q2 cost, and then we once again give the select the sum button on the top and select the April and May columns, and we will have the sum once again. So this is also very easy, and this task is completed. So we will highlight this one all. So the next task is save the file to documents folder. So it is very easy. We just simply have to click on the home option, and here we can click on save as, and from here we can select the documents option, and once we select on the documents folder, we have to click on the browse and documents folder, and here we can rename our excel sheet. Whatever name you want to write, you can add it in the description. For example, I write here excel assessment test. So once I write the name, I will click on the save option, and it will be saved in the documents folder. So this task is also completed, and the next one is change page orientation to landscape mode. So it is very easy. We just have to come to the top option. Here we can say page layout, and on the page layout option we have to click on orientation, and in orientation we have portrait and landscape option. So whatever you want, you just simply click on that option. For example, I clicked on portrait, it will change to portrait. For example, I clicked on landscape, then it will be changed to landscape. So it is also completed. I will highlight this task and move to the next one. The next one is fit document into page for print out. So when we want to print as excel sheet, usually it comes in two pages. So how can we print one page and ensure that the second page is not printed out? So let's do it. For example, I want to print this page. So first I will select the landscape orientation, and then click on Control P. As you can see, we have two pages here. On the one we have the data, and the second one is the status of our test. So here you can see the second page is also here. So how can we print just one page, the first one page, and not the second? So for this we have to come back to the excel sheet, and once we come to the excel sheet here, here we will click on a specific option to ensure that just the first page is printed out. So here, once we come to the excel sheet, we will select the area which we want to print. For example, I selected the business expenses table, and then I will click on Control P. I will expand it a little bit, and then once I expand it, I will click on Control P. After clicking on Control P, I will click on print area, and once I click on print area, then this will be selected, and set printer area. Once I click on print area, I will click on set printer area, and this specific area will be selected for printing. So now when I click on print, as you can see, we have only one page and we have the selected area for printing out. So once I press enter, that page will be printed. So this task is also completed. Let's move to the next option, which is center table headers values. So as you can see, we have table header values. For example, expenses January, February, March, April, May, and we want to make this in the center. So now we have to select these values and press on the center option in the top ribbon, and this will be automatically managed. So this task is also completed. So now the next task is check the spelling of the document. So now as you can see, we have different value and text. Here we have to check the spelling. So for this we have to come to the spelling option and click on yes, and it will check all the spelling for us. And then once we want to make a change in the spelling, we have to click on change all, and all the spellings will be changed for us. So this is very valuable option to ensure that we don't have any spelling mistake. So I will highlight this option also, and then move to the next option. The next option is rename sheet 1 as business expense. So this is very easy. As you can see in the down area of this excel sheet, we have sheet 1. So we want to rename this as business expenses sheet. So for this we have to click on the sheet option. We have to click right mouse button on sheet and then click on rename, and it will be renamed as business expense. We can write it manually or whatever we want, or we can simply double click on it, and then we have a pop-up menu in which we can select rename option and then rename this excel sheet as business expense. So this is very easy and very simple. And once our this task is completed, we will also highlight this and next then move to the next one, which is add a new workbook. So for this we have to simply come to the business expenses sheet, and next to this we have a plus option. Once we click on that, another sheet will appear, and we can have a large number of sheets as you want by clicking on the plus option. So now all our tasks is are completed. So if you did learn something from this video, please give us a like and follow our page. Thank you. Have a good day and stay blessed.